Hello everyone, this is Highlander from MTG Cardsmith doing another custom Magic the Gathering card review. And today we've got another card by cadstar369 called Essence Keeper. And hey, I was promised uncommons. This is a common. Excuse me, what's going on here? So this is a level up creature. You don't see many of those because obviously you can't really get the border on Cardsmith, but level up creatures are cool. I think the mechanic's pretty neat. So let's see what we got going on here. We've got a green-white hybrid creature with level up of 1 colorless. Excuse me. So pay 1. Put a level counter on this. Level up only as a sorcery. It starts as a 1/1. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Hold on. I have to check something. Screefall. Jiraga Tree Speaker. Okay, yeah, I didn't remember the 1/1 being on the level up line, but yeah, you got it right. Okay. Okay, levels 2 to 3. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life, and it's a 2/2. So you would have to pay 1, 2. So you'd have to pay 3 mana for a 2/2 that gains you a life when another creature enters the battlefield. Okay. And then at level 4+, whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. So no longer under your control, under any person's control, and it's a 3/3. Yeah, this is a decent little common, I think. Like, to be honest, so this is not a Soul Warden, right? This is far from a Soul Warden. Because a Soul Warden you start getting value out of immediately, right? I mean, it's a 1 mana card. I guess for those of you that don't know Soul Warden, and there's some other creatures that do this kind of a thing. I mean, this is like the best one, right? Because this is whenever another creature enters the battlefield, period, not just when you control. And there's a green version of this too. And then there's some other creatures like this that only do it for creatures you control. There's quite a few cards like this, right? But Soul Warden, this card is not, right? I mean, first of all, you have to pay 3 mana total to actually get the gain 1 life effect. And at that point in the game, like, okay, so like a deck that wants a deck that wants to gain life by creatures entering the battlefield wants to curve out, right? They want to go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, right? That's why Soul Warden's so good. This one doesn't really do that, right? You have to go like 1-drop on 2, make this guy a 2/2. You know, you get a nice little attack in. And then on 3, play a thing, gain a life, right? So, you know, or if you have a good 2-drop to play, you might just not level this up. Play your 2-drop, miss your ping. So it's like if you have a good curve, then this card's like not great because it's like you're not really gaining any value out of this card, right? Until later on, when occasionally you'll make this a 3/3. You know, you'll pay 4 mana, make this guy a 5 mana 3/3. That whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life. I mean, that's decent, but it's still kind of on the weak side. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of a neat idea. Like I like the idea of sort of like a level up Soul Warden, Essence Warden. Is that the green one? Color shifted. So I think the idea here is really cool. I think that this card's quite weak, if you ask me. Like, I do kind of like the fact that you can play this on 1, go to 2, and now it's like a 2/2, so it's a little bit more of a threat. And now when you start playing creatures, you're gaining life. So that line kind of works nicely. But it's also pretty risky because they could just kill your guy in response to you leveling it up. And, I mean, often, like, it's pretty uncommon to have, like, enough 1-drops that you're going to be able to, like, level up this guy. No, you have to level him twice, right? Yeah, so you have to spend the 2 mana to make him a 2/2. So it's, like, pretty risky for, like, a pretty low payoff, it feels like. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, concept here is quite cool. I think this card's definitely on the weak side. It is a common, though. So, you know, maybe this... Actually, at common, this card's probably fine. I'm sort of still in the uncommon mindset because you swore to me that you would give me uncommons and you broke that rule, so shame on you. But as a common, this is a fine card, I think. Like, I think most of the time in limited, if you have this in your opening hand, you'll be pretty happy with it, right? I mean, you'll play this on 1, you'll level it up on 2, you get a 2/2 that gives you some value, right? And then you probably won't put any more level counters into it until you've, vomited your hand out, basically. And then you kind of get a little bit extra value. So I think as a common, this card actually works pretty nicely. And the fact that it's green-white hybrid is a pretty big bonus because you can play it in either deck, and that includes the level up cost here. So very, very easy to play in any combination of green and or white. So yeah, I think as a common, this actually works pretty nicely now that I think about it. Now that I'm kind of out of the uncommon mindset, this is a nice little limited card. Yeah, because so it's definitely a little bit weak if you draw this later. That's for sure, because it's you're really missing out on value if you draw this card late. That's true of a number of 1-drops, but it's true of quite a few 1-drops. But Wizards is getting better at that nowadays. They're getting better at making 1-drops that matter throughout the entire game. This one right here, you really want this one on 1, otherwise it's pretty weak. So yeah, I mean, nice little comment. I think that I would only play this card in a deck where the life gain, where you have like payoffs for the life gain, which could easily be. I mean, this looks to me like a limited card. So, if you have life gain payoffs in green and white, I think this would probably be a very nice common 1-drop. And it's a nice little take on the Soul Warden. It's certainly a much weaker Soul Warden, but I think I like the card overall. I like that play pattern of like, play this on 1, on 2, you're a 2/2, you get to maybe attack, and now every time you play a creature, you start gaining life. Then eventually, once you're out of things to do, or you got a little bit of spare mana floating around, you make it a 3/3, and now you're starting to gain life off of their creatures. Yeah, that's nice. The only thing that really sucks is if you draw this late, but yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty cool card. I think I'll give this one an 8 out of 10. I'm higher on this one now that I've sort of thought it through. So 8 out of 10, nice little limited common. Yeah, I like this one. And again, seeing a card like this makes me like I want to see more of the set that this is in. It intrigues me. I'm like, ooh, okay, we got leveling up, we got life gain payoffs, maybe like green and white is life gain theme. We got hybrid mana. Like I want to know about this set. Obviously, I'm sure this is a one-off, but makes me want more. So that's a good sign. So yeah, I like Essence Keeper. 8 out of 10 for Essence Keeper. Thank you guys for watching.